I have bitten the bullet and gone and updated things to version 1.5.1, whatever the current patch is. In addition to that, I have updated many of our mods, including, cross our fingers, we're gonna hope that the universal storage system science no longer breaks. We can't test it right now, unfortunately, because this okay! Oh, this is good! I was gonna say we can't test it right now because we don't have any universal Kerbal stuff. One of the mods we have running on this is Dang It. Dang It can cause things to randomly break, which is exactly what happened here. Our tank of monopropellant leaking. Luckily, that is not the end of the world. Okay, can we turn off the alarm? Dang It is this one here, danger alerts. Yeah, I know, I realize that. Can I... It's this one here that's in red. Okay, mute alarm. I acknowledge you. This tank is leaking. You know what? We're not worried. That is a redundant tank. We have lots of monopropellant, and we don't even need monopropellant on both of our ships to do the rendezvous. We only need one of them, so that's going to be okay. Danger, Will Robinson. Absolutely. Okay. We're on a mission. We're going to do a docking of ships in Kerbin orbit here. This is one half of that mission. What we're going to do is we were going to send a duplicate of this basically to do the docking. I don't remember if both ships had to be manned or if we could send a probe, but I think we're going to send a whole other one. And in fact, what I might do is basically take this, but we'll do a test of the universal storage system. We'll replace this with the actual UKS version of science, and see if that works. I gotta say, I do like the shape of this ship though. I think it looks cool. Right, so let's go to the Space Center. We're also, it's because the safety lights aren't spinning, you're right. I also edited the save to bring in Geometric Giraffe. Now, one of the things, last week, we did the Whiskey and chocolate. Hey, Abthassus, thank you very much. We did the, Extra Life Charity Marathon fundraiser thing. And some of the rewards were to name people in games. Unfortunately, as it turns out, it's not super easy to do in Kerbal, unless I found myself a different mod where I could hire people and put in names manually. And they do exist, but I didn't have a chance to get that part organized. However, I did go and edit the save so that Geometric Giraffe was in here because he specifically asked to be killed in a Kerbal-y fashion. So I made sure to do that. Other charity fundraising names are going to be in the CK2 game and a few other things like that instead of Kerbal. However, I do still have the thing to auto-draft Twitch viewers, which is still fun. So at some point, we gotta kill Geometric Giraffe. And to a certain extent, all we have to do to have that happen is send him enough missions. However, I am hoping that we can find a particularly creative way to kill him. Whether that's flinging him in the sun, or... I had an idea. What do you guys think about, like, convertible spaceships? The launch might be a bit intense, but I'm kind of curious to see. Like, we can use him as a test pilot for the dumbest things and see what happens. Something like that. But for now, we're gonna finish this rendezvous mission. So let's take a look at our mission control over here. Was it this Explore Kerbin here? Yeah, and I want to finish this because it's going to advance sort of the main series of quests over here. And yeah, we just have to rendezvous two vessels. It doesn't matter where they are, or if they're manned or not, but we're going to do it. Plus, it's going to give people XP, which is going to be great. So, finally get our high flight EVA. That would be a properly Kerbal way to kill off someone. Try to EVA, like, yeah. Well, just all the highest risk stuff. So, with that in mind, what we're going to do is we're going to open, right here, I'm going to take the Lynx's nap that we manually saved. Did we not ever do a manual save for the Lynx's nap? Really? Also, the fact that this is locked or invalid parts is kind of interesting to me. Okay, we're going to take you. We're going to manually save you. We're going to make a slight adjustment. I'm going to remove you. I'm going to remove this. And what we'll do is we'll grab the universal storage core, which I still can't find. I still don't know where they put it, in what category. And it was a problem, like I can find it. It's very easy to find. Is it just structural? Like I can do a search, that's fine. But I don't know what category it's in. I think updating these mods might have broken something. Yeah, it's normally in utility, but the thing is I can't find it in the search. I'm finding some of the wedges, but not the core. So I think because I updated mods, some of the science might be slightly broken. Like it was probably supposed to unlock in one of these. I don't know. We had already unlocked it. I'll double check payload again. Yeah, we had researched it because we've done it. We've done it. The only problem we ran into was the fact that either UKS2, or not UKS, Universal Storage, whatever it's called. So either the Universal Storage mod or... Okay, where... PSP Lynx's NAP. Oh, there it is. Either the storage mod or one of the other science mods was glitched, so none of the science experiments would run properly. So we had all the parts unlocked to do it, but you see how this one here says, like, invalid parts? No, it's got it. So they exist. I just worry that we don't have them properly unlocked somehow. Because they would show up in the search. And they're not showing up in the search. There's a cylindrical fairing for it. Oh, there it is. Hold on. There it is. 4-base service core. Okay, it's alright. It just looked different than I expected because the graphic is microscopic for it. Alright. So we'll plop you in. Wow, it is very small. And then for the science, I don't feel like we have all our wedges either. Like, where's our science junior wedge? It's gone. We had one. So, okay, that's fine. Let's we'll just search for Univ, just to check the ones we do have. Storage, yeah, Oxygen tanks. So this Universal Storage magnetometer boom. An orbital telescope. Which I can't get the snap. Oh, I don't think it can do this little wedge. It wants a big hookup. That's fine. RPS antenna. Maybe it's just really hard to snap, too. Let me try this again. Oh, there it goes. Okay. And the other problem is they don't particularly look very wedgy-ish. And then, yeah, the solar collector. Which one? Right over here. Nope. Wait, did I snap it? There it goes. Okay. Universal, universal, universal. Yeah, so we don't have a universal material bay. I wonder why. Anywho. Payload. So we had that. There's the inventory, that's fine. And is the fairing for this right here? Okay. Done. Then do this. All right. A slightly different version of the Lynx's nap. Should be okay. I think here it's complaining because I think these doors are covered. I don't remember that turning red before. That might be new in 5.1. Or maybe that's just the graphic that shows you where the doors are now. No, I guess that's okay. Can't transmit science. That's true, that's fine though. Although, what the heck, let's throw a little antenna on here. What do we think? Oh, yeah, look at the thing. The node might be unlocked, but the parts might not be bought. That's true. Normally I have part unlocking for free, but with the version change... How is this not aligned properly? Okay, there we go. Oh, I think I twisted something around the round axis at some point. Okay, there. All right, we're gonna launch with this. It's gonna be okay. Maybe we'll get some other stuff later on. But we still have a 4 set of experiments, so that's gonna be okay. I mean, we could double it up on that, but it's gonna be fine. I think our staging is good. Although I think what I'll do, because we ran into a bit of an issue this time, we want to light the SRBs and then detach. And then, oh no, the staging is completely messed. No, not necessarily, because that's fine. We're gonna go until that goes, and then that goes, and that goes, and then this. I think we're all right. We got a heat shield and everything. Nose cone? Yeah, actually, didn't we have one on our initial design? I'm a little confused. We just need a little one. Sort by size. Small nose cone. There we go, like that. Excellent. All right, and then for crew, we are, we'll grab a pilot, that's fine. Fallen God Zero, that's okay. We'll also, we'll throw in Geometric Giraffe. He's gonna be fine, but we're gonna throw him in as many missions as possible so that inevitably something goes wrong. Ideally, I'd like to kill him in a horrible, spectacular way, but I kind of want to build up the tension. Is this gonna be the one? Is this gonna be the one? No nose cone parachute because we have a docking clamp there. There's a nose cone, but it's on the docking thing, so we can eject the nose cone. That's gonna be the idea. No, I don't know. One of the mods I've got, it might be the Frontier one, adds the Scout. It says something about like they're fine even when far from home. I don't know if that means they can actually like live without life support or something crazy like that, or if it's just flavor text. I don't know. We'll go ahead and use the surface helper over here like this. That's gonna be okay. Oh yeah, no SS because we're using this. Throttle to full, turbines to full, and ignite the SRBs and decouple. Decouple. Okay, lag. Thank you very much. A little on the awkward side, but sure. All right, SRBs are going to give us an initial boost. It's a fairly expensive rocket for what we're doing, but that's okay. And working our way up to speed. Okay, halfway through the SRBs. All systems are good. Geometric Giraffe looks really relaxed. It's like, this is fine. I know my end is coming at some point, and probably today is not that day. All right, we'll try to pitch over. It'll be hard because we don't have gimbling, but we do have like air control surfaces. There we go. We're pitched 10 degrees over. That's fine. I'm gonna stick to that for now. Boom. Perfect. And then, yeah, we do blow up those things, but that's okay. We don't recover them, but SRBs are super cheap, as long as it doesn't bomb our base. But I'm sure our base is fine. All right, let's continue with our little gravity turn here. Now, if you get it real ideal, what can happen, you can just at a certain point set yourself to, like, keep prograde, which will drift downwards a little bit all the time, and it's kind of handy. Okay, we might be pitching over a little more than I would like here. I think we were going to get to the 45 degrees a little too soon. Which, while can be ideal for, you know, cheap circularization, it means you spend a little too much time in the atmosphere. All right, we'll look like pretty much on schedule now. I'm fairly comfortable with this. There we go. Time to apoapsis is climbing, but slowly. This is going to be a very flat trajectory. Very flat. Who cares about the base you're flying away from? That rocket is thick. To me, it looks like a 1950s interpretation of what a rocket should look like. Oh, we actually got to 45 degrees later than I thought. I stopped clicking. And yeah, the time to apoapsis is climbing quickly here. We're in the thinner air. We can afford to go a little outside the periapsis. Or, sorry, not the periapsis, the prograde marker. So I'm just starting to flatten out a little bit more aggressively here, so we're more circular. The thinner the atmosphere gets, the safer it is to go outside the prograde marker, because you're less likely to, like, flip from aerodynamic forces. Although there's other kind of efficiency things. Alright, stage is running low. Apoapsis is at 60k. Time 2 is still climbing. I think I'm going to go ahead and get us to go completely flat. Your apoapsis is already over 70. There we go. 0 degrees pitch. Keep going with the burn for now. Now, we're going to want to avoid getting in exactly the same orbit as the other ship. I'm going to keep burning sideways here. We might end up slightly above or slightly below. Either one is fine. We just don't want to be in exact same number. And actually, it's a little unideal right now. The ship's on the opposite side of the orbit. Since we are in such a similar orbit. No. Take the Clampotron and decouple. Decouple node? I don't remember it saying node before. Yeah, this is at 1.5 now. Yeah, see, we don't want to be in the same orbit, because if we're in the same height, then we're going to take the same amount to orbit, same amount of time all the time. We would have really liked to be in a shorter orbit. But what I'll do, I think I'll just be a little... Oh, let's do this. And kill you. I'm going to not circularize quite much. I'm going to try to get my periapsis to just be above just 70, so we'll have a slightly shorter orbit. I don't know, we're already over on the apoapsis. I really should have just targeted just 70 or higher. Maybe we'll just go higher. The problem is, it's ahead. Well, actually, we're about the same here. I guess it doesn't matter. If it's ahead, you'd rather be in a low orbit so you can catch up. If it's more, it feels like your target's behind you, then you want to be in a... If it's behind you, you want to be in a higher orbit so that it catches up to you. Just to avoid how long you've got to spend in orbit here, but it's not going to matter. Okay, we'll go ahead and we'll use our maneuver planner system here. Are we? I don't know. So time to apoapsis. 2 minutes. Keep locked to orbital prograde. Extend solar panels. Hey, didn't I set the option to do that automatically? Maybe it didn't persist through my my update. And we've got to turn our lights on as well. Turn on the safety lights. Excellent. They still don't auto-rotate. That's so disappointing. So disappointing. All right, let's speed up. Geometric giraffes got that nice yellow glow from our safety lights. For the love of God, turn on the effing safety lights. What's the goal of this rocket? The goal of this rocket is simply to dock with the one that's in orbit right now. Although we do have some science, so what I have to do, yeah, is do this and put on the alerts on again. There we go. Yeah. Deploy all, including EVF we got. Okay, you're gonna go out, but you are sciencing! The universal storage science is working again! Alright, so the solar particle analysis, we're gonna want to keep, because transmitting it does not do well. But we can transmit the radio, and we can transmit the telescope observations, because we get maximum amounts from that. Oh, and there's different, I didn't realize there were different biome versions, too. Interesting. Okay. I passed the apoapsis, didn't I? That's what I get for being distracted. Okay! That's fine! Whoopsie! It's fine. We are already relatively circularized. It's not going to take a lot of work here. The periapsis is climbing super fast. Super fast. And there we go. We are now orbital. Okay. In fact, I got tons of Delta V, right? I'm going to officially push us into a higher orbit here. That's going to be fine. So that we're not synced. And mostly we're going to have to wait a while. We don't have a ton of life support, though. You know what? I'll keep burning for now. It's okay. And as we do, you can see these like closest rendezvous points move around. At some point, so by increasing our apoapsis, at some point, this area where we're already pretty close to an encounter, there'll be some time where our orbit meets up with there just fine. Actually, it looks like these pink markers are going to meet up. That's 2 orbits from now, but that's okay. So we're just going to burn and done. There you go. So in 2 orbits, we'll be within 1 kilometer from each other. Pfft, fine, done, easy. Since we have tons of fuel, it's going to be okay. So with that, I'm going to do a time warp. So quick save before time warp all the time. Especially since I'm doing this one kind of manually. Oh, there was science. Oh no. There it is. Solar particle analysis. Keep that. Apparently that one's repeatable, weirdly. There you go. So now we passed one of these points.
It's whiskey and chocolate.
So it's whiskey and chocolate. So you can see the this orange one here is now our next one. So that one's gonna hit. It's Peter V. Gruen. Hey, thank you very much. Hi, sorry I missed the last month's sub. So here's here, spend it on some chocolate and or some whiskey. Oh, thank you very much, Peter. Don't mind if I do. I think the other things got wicked amounts of Delta V as well. We could probably take this thing, you know, to anywhere. I mean, actually, we've got enough. We could fly this bad boy to Minmus. Well, we don't have the life support, but if otherwise, we'd fly it to Minmus, do a flyby, come back, it'd all be good. Now, we could have done more fine-tuning to bring these together out here, but 1 kilometer is fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to warp to here, just to be as close as possible. Excellent. I mean, not as literally as close as possible, but pretty damn close. We'll do another quick save. So now our nav ball is already switched to target mode, which shows us the relative speed difference between ourselves and this ship. Now, we're still closing now, which is fine. When you are in target mode, you can turn on your SAS and you can move prograde, retrograde to the target and things. I'm going to keep using the smartass over here because buttons are really, really easy to hit. So if we go in time warp, we will get a little closer. Now, what we're going to want to do when we get really close, we're going to want to kill our relative velocity so that we're parked in orbit, like moving next to them instead of us passing them or vice versa. What it actually does is it makes our orbits match, right? Because if we're in the same position and we're moving at with the same velocity, they'll match. I'm going to go ahead and start killing it now because we don't actually have the most powerful burn, and we've got several more adjustments to make. In fact, I should have started a little sooner because yeah, our burn strength isn't quite as high as I might like. Now, you want to watch this when you do it because your relative velocity might be in a direction that's actually helpful. Here, it wouldn't have been. Here, almost all of it is going to cause us to miss this target. So we'll bring it down to basically 0. So we're more or less parked next to each other. Then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to face the target. And give a little burn directly to it. There you go. So pink marker is where our target is. So right now we're facing our target directly, although we might not be facing the docking port. We'll fix that afterwards. And of course there's a prograde marker. One thing you can do when making these approaches is you can remember that you can move the prograde marker, basically, wherever you burn, that's where the prograde marker is going to get pulled to. And wherever if you burn retrograde, you effectively push the retrograde away from where you burn. So if we turn that off or just go into regular SAS mode, I don't want to approach too quickly, but I'd like to approach a little straighter. I'm going to turn to retrograde here, and I'm going to push the retrograde marker. So I'm burning mostly retrograde, which is going to slow us down relative, but as you can see here, I can push the retrograde marker onto the pink marker, so that even though we're going slower, the important thing is that I'm adjusting it so we're going more directly towards our target here. There we go. So this is like the anti-direction to our target, and then it's a retrograde marker. So we are still going directly towards our target. Well, actually, we're going more directly towards our target, but not very fast right now. Hi from the salt guy. Hello, salt guy.
It's whiskey and chocolate.
Whiskey and chocolate from Babel. Hey, thank you very much. Quite a bit of an unusual question. I'm currently doing a survey for a university project about entertainment spending and need at least 100 responses. Could I drop the link, survey, Google Forms in the chat? That's probably okay. It's just a Google form. That's probably all right. Bum, 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 bum. All right, let's scooch up a little closer. A little bit more on a time warp. And whoa, okay. So we're gonna go and kill our relative velocity again. Hopefully, it's a good thing I wasn't actually going 100% directly to the target, because without reaction wheels here, these maneuvers are a little slower than I might like. Whoop, overshot it. So I can't raid and can't stream from YouTube. Streaming from YouTube, what's up with that? Okay. There we go. We're almost completely still relative to our target here, which is great. So, what we're going to do at this point is we need to get these guys to face each other. And because both of these have RCS and things like that, they're both capable of doing the full docking maneuver, it doesn't really matter who I end up controlling from in the end. So what I'm going to do anyway is I'll use the regular SAS for this. Oh yeah, when we're this close in this still, I can't actually use the prograde markers, which is really weird. Anyway, so we'll just use this, that's fine. We'll just face the target. Okay, so now we're facing each other, which is great. I'll just change using the square bracket to this bad boy over here. And if there we go, set as target. And then from here, I can say set as target as well. So we're now facing each other, which is great. Keep in mind, we had a leak in this monopropellant tank over here, but as far as I know, it's only the one tank that's leaking. And we should still have monopropellant on the other side. Oh no, it's the whole system that goes! Would I have to turn this off? Okay, that one's leaking faster, but this one isn't leaking anymore. Okay. Anyway, doesn't really matter. And also it doesn't matter which we control from. But right now we're in a situation where we are definitely facing each other. So I'm going to go ahead and hit RCS so I can use those. In fact, I don't need RCS at this point though. Since we're facing each other perfectly, I don't even have to do this with RCS. I can just use the regular engine to set us forward. The upside to using RCS is if I decide I'm going too fast, I can use RCS to slow down instead of having to turn my entire ship over. So RCS mode is on, so now H and N goes forward and backwards. There you go, and you can see the prograde marker. And if I want, I can use IJK to give myself some lateral motion. And the goal is to keep the prograde marker all centered up here. I think we can just go ahead and give ourselves a little extra juice. 1 meter per second is perfectly fine and safe. I'm gonna turn off smartass. Well, literally, we're just on a free float now. Everything's groovy. You transfer fuel yet? Yeah, I don't think we upgraded the thing, although we could. I'm actually just gonna time warp slightly here, although that's a really bad idea. It should be physics warping, if anything. Which you can do with, what is it, Shift and the key? Alt and the key? I don't remember. La 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 la. Now kiss. We're not quite aligned. But these things have magnetic clamps. As they get close, there you go. Boop. Done! So we get stage recovers and things and yada yada yada. Milestones and contract completion. That's good. In fact, I don't even know if you had to return this to complete it. No, Explore Kerbin is totally done. How lovely. We could do a bunch of EVAs. We could swap from one to the other. We have tons of options as to what we could do now. If so, you could transfer the monoprop at a leaky tank. Oh, that's right. I see what you're saying. Yeah. So I could say out from the leaky tank. There you go. Get all the monopropellant out of the leaky tank. Boom. And it's still turned off. So that's cool. Okay. All right, I think we have to bring these bad boys home. With these lights, it's time for a disco. Make giraffe switch craft by EVAing. Okay, let's do it. So giraffe, we're gonna EVA you. I'm gonna tell you that go. Don't worry about it. We'll totally come back to you soon. I'm sure nothing bad will happen. And then can I not click on this door? There we go. And we'll get the sleeping turtle to EVA as well. All right, backpack on. Now, if we were to accidentally bump into geometric giraffe, and send him flying into space. That would be tragic and horrible. Excellent. Oh, we're gonna torture him so badly. Up. Grab. Oops. RCS on. Up. Dude. Okay. Let's try that again. The problem is I should have turned the ships. It's really hard to board when you are having to, like, when it's above you because your head just bumps into it. Grab. There you go. Board. Awesome! So geometric giraffe. Is he gonna go on a little cruise? You know, we could test Kerbal recovery from here. just go straight to the planet and see how well he can handle it. That would be very Kerbal-y. I don't think he can fix the tank. If we had an engineer with us, we'd be able to. But geometric giraffe is a scout, which, oof. All right, we just smacked into there. Hey, it's the moon! I wonder if we go to the moon. No, we don't have enough Delta V in this suit for that. Can I not grab onto this? There it is, grab. Board. Oh, that's the full one. It's hard to tell because they've been twisting around. Turns out they're both full. No one's letting him back in. He's like, what the hell, guys? Excellent. Okay, let's get these bad boys back home. There we go. Undock. Alright, so first we're going to pilot the ship with geometric giraffe. Because this is going to be the test to make sure the re-entry works properly. Because what if something goes horribly wrong, right? Alright, turn off RCS. Go into orbital mode. We're going to turn retrograde. So we're ready to slow down. He's out, lock the door. Please let me in. Isn't the first ship full of engineers? It might be. But it's okay, we don't need the RCS. Okay, so all we gotta do is burn retrograde a little bit, just to drop our periapsis so it's nice and within the atmosphere. We can do a little more. It's weird, like, looks like you take off. Well, I mean, you are, in a sense. And that should be plenty for re-entry into the atmosphere here. Okay, quick save. Time warp. Let's go ahead and we'll go normal. Or sorry, radial, that's what I like to do. I like to dump the rest of the ship either above or below me, so it's in a distinctly different orbit. Well, a normal and anti-normal would be okay too, because it'd be left or right of us effectively with this. The problem would be prograde or retrograde. I don't like having it right in front and behind me, because depending on atmospheric things, they might come back in a wonky way. Excellent. Okay. So you're going to be going surface, retrograde, and go. Do. One light spin and the others don't. I know. I mean, they're all, well, no, I guess they're all spinning. I think the other craft are not, though. All right, everyone's excited. I mean, I think that's a happy face. It's hard to tell sometimes. I'm sure it's fine. Oh, look at the ship with overkill safety. We've got the, I guess because we had the extra weight, we've got the drogue chute and the regular chute. What's up with that? It's almost like we're paranoid or something. Close these doors. There. The heat shield should have lots of coverage for the science module, though. Look at them screaming. They're screaming with happiness, though. Or maybe. I don't know. It's hard to tell. Terror, happiness, all the same. Yeah. Bum, 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 bum. Everything's on fire. Let's get the view from geometric giraffe. No! Oh, it's perfect! Oh, this isn't what I meant to do at all! Oh, I'm so happy! hesitation whatsoever. They're like, are you sure you want to do this? Oh, I wanted to do this. View. And like, who is this? This is, Does Kanneker is like, why did that dude decide to step out the door? Oh my god! Oh, that's so funny. I'm so happy. Oh shit. Oh, that was genuinely a mistake. And I'm so thrilled. Oh. Ooh. Oh. Like, Giraffe, this is why I didn't want to let you in. You're kind of weird. Alright. He is forever one with the atmosphere of Kerbin now. Oh, shit. Oh, that's so good. An errant run. Just wanted to make sure the safety lights are still on. He's gonna polish them to make sure they're nice and clean and shiny. Oh! Oh! I love Kerbal Space Program. It just makes me so happy. It's the moon. Oh. You're so happy, sadistic, Quill. Have you seen the games I play? If it's not RimWorld or Dwarf Fortress or Kerbal or CK2, there's always something terrible going on. Alright, we're gonna recover you. And we should probably land the other ship before we forget about it and they start to run out of oxygen. Giraffe in the chat, he was watching from his mobile. He might not be typing as much, I don't know. Need to go out for a smoke. Yeah, he's 100% smoked now. You know, I know we joked about the high Kerbal Atmo EVA, but I wasn't gonna do it. Not now. Oh my god. There's just that moment after you hit a button where you're like, what did I just do? Uh-huh. Alright, we'll take over this one. We'll land them before they run out of oxygen and everything. Mr. Quill, I don't feel so good. His molecules will ever surround Kerbal now. That's right. Is he now a milestone? Permit Pavel luck. If I spell it right, that'll be better. Hang on. There. I'm late for Monday. What are we doing? Nothing. Everything's fine. No one just died. Because of misclick. Everything's okay. Meanwhile, Fallen God Zero and Sleeping Turtle, they just got message from Kerbal, command saying, yeah, no, this design is totally safe. You can absolutely 100% re-enter the atmosphere now. There's nothing bad. Yeah, just make sure your door is locked. Try not to accidentally open it. Like, why would we do that? That sounds really stupid. Like, who would be dumb enough? Oh. To open a door mid-flight. That would just be crazy. And Mission Control's like, that's right. That's right. I mean, I know no one would ever do it, so, but we figured we'd mention it just to be sure. All right, we are now ready for re-entry. Did I not toggle you? Excellent. Okay. Time warp. Legendary Kerbal moment. Mission Control, updated safety procedures for re-entry. Please do not step outside to get some air during re-entry. No living Kerbal has ever opened the door during re-entry. That is very accurate. Well, no, you can do it. You can do it, like right now, we're in super thin atmosphere. You could do an EVA right now and actually be okay. As long as you're real quick about it. I was trying to time warp. There it is. Okay, that was weird. Must have hit a wrong button. What if the mission is to open the door to another dimension? Should have gotten science credit for that EVA. I wish I'd thought about it to do... I meant to do a high atmosphere EVA for the science with geometric giraffe. That's what we talked about prior to the launch. You made a joke, and it would have been perfect, because it would have been a risk, but that's the sort of thing I want to do. And then I forgot about it, and then it turns out I did it anyway. Yeah. So what I wanted to do was to view while things are on fire. Hey, how come that side's more fire in oh, it's an angle thing. That's weird. I guess you can always just hit C to toggle in. I always forget to do that. I should probably do that. Because this is not going to be the last accidental EVA I do. Oh, the red flower in the corner? That's the poppy. Yeah, I guess today's fine. I had a stream for the day before, and then now it's the day after Remembrance Day. If you're from, you know, some Commonwealth country, you'll know what it's for. It's for Remembrance Day. It's very big. Britain, Canada, etc., etc. Windows are too small, you can't see the flames. I know, they're very tiny on this module. Alright, we're just gonna go as low as we can before we deploy all the chutes, just so that we don't have to wait as long. It's been 0 days since the last accident. Sleeping Turtle knows what happened last time. That's why he looks so panicked. Drogue's fully deployed. Regular chutes. They'll fully deploy in a moment. That's why Giraffe opened the door for a better view. Yeah, the windows are too small. He's like, this is stupid. I want to see the light show. So I was talking about I would do like a convertible rocket to send him up into space. And he liked the idea so much, apparently, he decided not to wait for me to design a convertible rocket for him. All right. So what's next? That's the question. Still want to do... We still need a bunch more science so we can unlock some stuff. It's just tough because we need the science to be able to do manned missions so that we can get more science. Because the life support... Okay, we do have this 2-person capsule. I wonder if we just stick one Kerbal in there, if that might be sufficient. Minmus sample return would be good. We have done a moon landing. Technically, I think we died coming back, but we did a moon landing, so we could go back because we didn't have the ability to take soil samples at the time, and there's more science to be gotten anyway. We probably have... Ooh, explore Duna. Land on Duna. We don't have to do that with a manned mission. Rescues and things like that. Science data from space around the moon. Oh, we're full. That's okay. So, out of curiosity, doing a science rover, because yeah, we've got a satellite in orbit of Duna. We've done that mission. Like that was one we did on our own. We got a satellite over there with some amount of science, which was cool. Oh yeah, we have to check. Sorry, it takes forever to load in and out because of all the mods. If we go here and check. So, I mean, somewhere in here, where do we get the material science thing? I'm running the community science pack and everything, so everything's weird and different. Okay, it's here. It's possible they just got rid of the wedge for the Science Junior for a balance point of view. Because the Science Junior wedge was, like, ridiculously small. It was just as heavy, but it was tiny. Do I have enough science to unlock something? A subsonic flight, yeah, but that's not very helpful. And then these are all 160. I guess we've got the storage technology here. I mean, they really are just blank containers, so not too important. Okay, let's see what we can do with Minmus. There's a science station idea too, and there's no reason we couldn't set one up, or space station. We do have it. What we don't have yet is the actual science module, but we could wait. We could start the yeah, we don't have the big science thing. We could start the thing anyway. But I'm curious, if we go and take, say, this Mark II command pod, So 7 days worth of habitation. But if you only put one person in there, 15 days habitation. I don't remember how long it takes to get to Minmus. Now, I'm betting this is more than enough habitation time to get there. And the only thing that matters is that we have enough to get there, because with this life support mod, when, as far as I recall, as far as I believe, when the crew runs out of supplies or habitation or whatever, they just go dormant. Kerbals can apparently go into like a spore form or something like that. They become a chrysalis or something, so they can survive. They can't do anything though. But we can put a probe core on there. So as long as they get to Minmus, and they're still active so they can get out and take samples and everything like that, that's going to be okay. Giraffe Memorial Space Casino. Our space station will have to be called the Geometric Giraffe Memorial Space Station. We might leave out the word memorial because it might be a little bit long, but yeah, we'll have to do something like that. So I think we're gonna do this and go to Minmus. So we're gonna need the stage that gets home. Now, I think what I'd like to do, even though I'm not gonna bring a scientist with me, but I think I will want to set up so that we don't bring the experiments home with us, just to save a little bit of weight. So we'll make sure to like unpack them when we get there. And we want... It's not this. Is it this one? No. This one? That's the one. Oh, we want a decoupler there. There we go. Like this. This is going to be... This is huge. Maybe this is the stage that lands on Minmus. I could sort of go back and build another one like these. And then also... you know, keep throwing more science in here. Come on, snap. What is it with this telescope and not being willing? There it is. I guess I just have to rotate it. One of those. Bring some of the experiments home because they don't add much weight. Maybe we'll actually want to put these experiments right next to the door so it'll be easy to pop out and reset them. I might want a ladder as well. I don't know where the ladders are. Here we go. Just to make it slightly easier to grab on for these experiments. That's already part of the thing. Okay. I mean, I suppose to be really easy, I could just use the experiment storage unit, but I don't think we need to do this. You can right-click on the US wedge core to make it bigger. Wait. Oh! So you're saying... Oh, height single. Ah, for more wedges. Okay. Well, that actually is valuable, because what we probably want to do is use the wedge core for life support bits. And does this fairing cover the whole thing? No. Really? Which, I mean, I guess is fine. Technically, this isn't going to be... It's shielded from aerodynamic forces. It looks a little weird. Oh, right-click the fairing. Oh my god, it's all like that? Seriously? Oh, shit. And different appearances, too. Nice. Okay. Well, that's kind of awesome. Thank you. Okay, life support. What is it? Down here. Yes. Although, that's one of the other annoying things. The life support wedges aren't there. They exist. Water, storage, recycling, fuel cell. Yeah, universal storage radial tank with storage options. Oh, radial tank isn't what we're looking for, though. Oh, here. Life support supply bag. And yeah, I guess we can use a recycler to make things last longer, but it takes up electric charge. Although, that's fine, because we're going to have solar panels. We don't have food for 23 days. Yeah, that's fine. It's going to be the habitation that drops off first. Fertilizer and stuff, we're not doing this sort of thing. Universal storage batteries, very nice. 3 days worth of power. That's a lot of juice in these things. Oh my, these have a height as well. Oh, wow. All right, it's 500 charge, which is lots. Done. Okay, I like that. This is going to be quite tall, which is going to make landing a little tricksy. But we're going to be okay. I guess we need an engine underneath this, huh? Just the poodle should be fine. It's built for space travel. Surface level thrust isn't that high here, but on Minmus, yeah, 42. It's got tons of power. Problem is, it's quite large. It's going to hit bottom with these landing. So I'm going to propose that instead, and do that, because we don't want to be too tall here. Actually, I'll go with the 4. It's going to be okay. Put them somewhere like this. Pair of these. This should be lots of juice. Yeah, this is actually wicked amounts of overkill. Can we do just with the Twitch engines? Like a quad series of Twitches? Will that work? Yeah, that's the same surface level thrust basically as we had before. No, not quite. But still very, very powerful amounts of the surface level thrust. Push landing gear with arrows. That's true. We could just put a Terrier down there too. But the thing is, I don't want it to be too tall, right? If we do various things to get the gears down lower, the ship's going to be too tall and too off balance. So I think we'll stick with this. So we need some chutes. That's a drogue. This is a regular parachute. I know, it's still too big. This is going to be light. Like, probably the one chute is going to be more than enough, but we'll go ahead and throw the extras on there. That's going to be okay. All the staging has to be fixed up, but that's all right. So this is going to be a lone mission. Well, let's put some safety lights on here before we all die. I might get in the way there. You know what? Right here, above the landing gear. Boom. Okay. It's sort of looking like a primitive Dalek, which I'm going to take as a positive sign. Okay. Let's get this bad boy into space. Start retracted. We don't have the big old tanks yet, but we've got a fair amount. That's with 2100 delta V. That is quite a bit. I'm wondering, like, if we're just okay with the one ascent phase here. Wolfhound is good in the atmosphere, right? No, it's terrible in the atmosphere. This is an upper stage engine. Oh, that's right. So we always use the structural quad adapter like this with the swivels. This is fairly similar to our last ship, which is good. You know, reusing design. It's all right. Nothing wrong with that. And we will want these winglets on here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So stat-wise, let me close this. Let me double check some of the staging here. We're 900. Liftoff. Surface level thrust is okay. Could be better. Oh, we do have asparagus staging now, which is excellent. So we are going to do this. Yeah, these are our normal tanks. Are you connected properly and centered on there? Yeah, you're looking okay. The art on this looks different. This must be a 5.1 thing. Grab you. And maybe we go full asparagus? Nope, wrong way. Actually, I don't know if order... Yeah, I guess order matters. We'll do this. I guess you don't even need to use those hookups because you can do it through the other menu, but that's going to be all right. So now what we want is to desperately fix this staging and go like that. All 8 engines go. Then you 6,200 meter per second delta V. I think that's lots. Technically, we'll use a little bit of this upper stage for us to go to Minmus. Missing a decoupler, I think. It's possible. I don't know. No, I think we've got them all. We might want to do this even more asparagus-y than this. For maximum efficiency. All right, you're here. We're going to go to ×2 symmetry. You're going to go there. No, I grabbed the wrong part. And there. So these are going to be the outermost ones. So what we do is we go and fuel from this one to that one. And from this one to that one. Squeeze out a little bit more delta V. Not a ton, but some. We've actually got enough thrust to weight here. We could probably just throw a little bit more fuel on these outermost stages, which would be an excellent idea. Got to be a little bit careful about where your decoupling point is. Come on. No, god damn it. Did that screw up all my stages? Okay, seems okay. And, I mean, we are going to use a bunch of auto struts, but I will also explicitly strut from here to here, otherwise terrible things will happen. Excellent. You for here are going to strut over to the root part. That's going to be fine. Okay. Oh, we need a name. English. The Overwhelming Moonlight. I like it. Except it's going to be the Petra Space Program Overwhelming Moonlight. Do you have re-entering of Kerbal covered? Yeah, I think we should be fine. We got the heat shield and stuff over here. I think we should be okay. One thing we might want, though, to really help us maneuver on our landing is a giant reaction wheel. I mean, RCS is more realistic, but it's just a lot faster to set up. A big old reaction wheel here. Oh, solar panels. I did not put solar panels anywhere, did I? We're gonna like end up climbing into them. Tell you what, on ×2 symmetry here is gonna be fine. I'm gonna put another pair up here. I mean, they'll rip off on re-entry, but that's okay. And then I'm just gonna put some flat ones actually all around here. It's gonna be okay and relatively safe. Of course, we've got safety lights. Yep, for sure. We've got batteries. They're built in internally. An antenna is a good idea. I think we've got some things in orbit to help us bounce, but we'll also just go ahead. We'll throw on a high gain antenna as well. Boom. Seems like a good idea. Okay, I like it. We've got a single person in there. We've got tons of life support. I think this is lots of Delta V. I'm not looking up the numbers for Minmus right now. We're just gonna kind of guess. You know, it's just rocket science, man. How hard could it be? Are you gonna go and put that in the wrong place? Yes, you are. These things can get really confused with symmetry. Are you ever? There we go. Wow, why was that not going? If I do that, are you gonna get involved with my fin? I'm a little worried that you will. Are the yellow ones bigger? No, they're no. Okay, well that's okay. I'll just turn off symmetry mode and do it manually. One there. And one over here. Okay. I think we can have you go at the same time as everything else. Go, go, go. I think that's okay. What we can do is perhaps combine these two stages. Save this. This is your last chance. Have we forgotten anything? It's very expensive, this ship. Oh, probe core. Yes, you're right. So that in case we are unconscious on re-entry. That was the whole discussion that started this. Hey, where's our probe cores? Our science is all screwed up, you guys. Huh. We ain't got no probe cores. Just go, it'll be fine. Probably fine. You see the Robodyne hex? Did you? Yeah, see, because I think our community science pack or something is very confused with the new version. Probes are called Kerbal. I'm looking for a particular one. I'm looking for our skinny one. I mean, maybe there's just a change in version 5. Because there's a lander can. There's the Octo. But where's our skinny little one? Oh well. I mean, the Octo's going to do fine, I guess. Is it the hex one I'm looking for? I don't know. It's something. Where the old probe core I used to use all the time is gone. I think it was more advanced, but didn't have reaction wheels, but it had better SAS. Maybe they just moved it? I don't know. I said Hex when I meant Octo. Yeah, the Octo's here. The Hex one, if I remember correctly, is the one I usually use. Oh well, that's fine. Alright, let's launch. What could possibly go wrong? Double check the crew. Single person? Single person. Fallen God 0. Let's go. Recover stages? Ah, pfft. It's only taxpayer money. Who cares? Should be overwhelming Moonlight? Yeah, you're probably right. Mune. Crew name's on point for this. Fallen God 0? Yeah. To the stars and beyond. Alright, we got science pops right away. Probably for the materials bay. Magnetometer scan. Alright, we weren't able to do it before because our mods were all glitched, but now they're not. Yeah, we'll go transmit that right away. And toggle you again. Okay, SAS, full throttle. Actually, rather than SAS, we'll just go ahead and use the surface mode so we can tie in the numbers manually. Execute so you lock in. Looking good. 3, 2, 1, lunch! Woohoo! We can EVA report right now. All right. This rocket's pretty beefy. There's a lot of thickness going on, but it's all right. Okay, pitch over about 100 meters per second. Oh, we can turn the lights on right away. A lot of times I wait until we're in orbit, but that's okay. And here we go. Duh, 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 duh. 10 degrees pitch over. All right. I want a quick look. You close. Go away. I don't want you. Mech jab. Utilities. Auto deploy solar panels. Yeah, why were you not there before? I don't know, but that's okay. Close you, and then we have to get back to pitching because I'm definitely going to be late here. Over. Actually, we're doing okay. Keep going. Staging. Shit. Yeah, see, I was getting distracted. You're right. We carried extra weight for no reason, so we've lost a bunch of Delta V. That's what I get for, like, messing through the menus. But it bothered me that their solar panels didn't auto-extend last mission. I guess I could have turned on auto staging when I was in that screen. Gravity turn's looking real good, though. And stage again. Yep, looking real good. Okay, keep pitching. Time to up is still going. All that so you can get mint ice cream. That's right, man. Minmus is made out of mint ice cream. Everyone knows this. The moon may be made out of cheese, but Minmus is better. I like mint ice cream. I don't like mint chip. Basically, I don't like ice cream that's got, like, anything kind of hard or solid in it. Like, ice cream with nuts is terrible to me. Ice cream with chocolate chips is bad because the chips get really hard. So I don't like that. It's a textural thing. I don't so much mind like a drumstick kind of or cornetto kind of thing where there's like hard chocolate or nuts on the outside. That's okay. I just don't want to find it in the middle of what was supposed to be a smooth bite. Okay, we are nice and high. Atmosphere is nice and thin. We can go completely horizontal. It's still going to push up our apoapsis, but it's also helping to flatten us out a lot. Cookie dough ice cream's fine. I like brownie ice cream one of the best. You get those chunks of like fudgy brownies in the middle of the ice cream. Yes, that's... There's a reason I like you, Quill. You'd think it'd be the video games of the funnies. Nope, ice cream consistency preferences. I'm the same way with like a chocolate bar or a candy bar. I don't like them to have nuts in them. Oh, apoapsis is way too high. We still have tons of fuel left in our ascent stage. Well, way too high. It's a little less important because effectively we're going to be... Okay, well... Yeah, it is still important. What I was going to say was, like, we're going to Minmus, so our apoapsis is going to stretch all the way to Minmus, but not necessarily the apoapsis we're building now. Ideally, we want to be as low as possible everywhere, actually, and then do that. I always just target 100 generally, just because whatever. But, you know, if you can get a circular orbit at, like, 71K, that is the best. Okay, just waiting to go outside the atmosphere. Ben & Jerry's ice cream is choice. Ben & Jerry's good. Very good. I think Ben & Jerry's has a chocolate therapy flavor that is a Kiss for Luck and Briarstone's favorite flavor. And it's pretty high up there for me, too. There we go. Antenna goes out. Solar panels go out. We got wings! Woo! Okay. I'll go ahead and, in this time, I'll just ask MacJeb, hey, could you circularize me, please? Cheers. Thanks. Okay. Where are we going, Kerbals? We're going to Minmus! But yeah, otherwise I like nuts. I mean, not so much walnuts. Walnuts taste like itching. But otherwise, peanuts, almonds, cashews, all that stuff's good. Creamistry, a local ice cream chain. They make ice cream to order using liquid nitrogen to freeze the base. Dang! Oh. This keeps killing a time warp to do some experiments. But we gotta circularize first. It's gonna be a fairly short burn. Yeah, we missed that one. And that one. Because it's over a biome that it wants to science us. There it is. Deploy all. Keep. Actually, we should have transmitted, but that's okay. I can transmit data. And there we go. Roughly circularized. Excellent. Science uploaded. Wonderful. We got some spare parts. Some supplies. We haven't even started digging into the supplies yet. Nice. Okay. So, we want to go to Minmus. Now, even though Minmus is a lot further away from the moon, it doesn't actually take that much more energy to get there. And in fact, you tend to need a lot less delta V overall because it's got tiny gravity, so it's really easy to land and take off from. It is on a slight inclination change from us, and it can be a lot easier. Wait, are we? It says descending node 0. I mean, that's where we are, but shouldn't this be showing our ascending and descending node relative to our target? Because our Minmus is like 6 degrees of inclination, doesn't it? Wait. Yeah, there it is. Okay, like, hold on a sec. Is something different? Because this is where... I think that's why I was confused about the burn last time we tried to do it. MechJeb was doing a burn not where the ascending and descending markers were, and because this is where the ascending and descending markers are relative to our target. How come it's not... Oh, there it is! Oh shit, I'm looking at the satellite. Just ignore me, I'm stupid. Okay, good. Excellent. There it is, we're 6 degrees off of Minmus, as expected. So, what we want to do is we want to go and shift our orbit like this, so we're in the same orbit as Minmus. It'll just make our encounter simpler. So we can say match planes with target at the cheapest ascending or descending node with the target. Create and execute. Deploy all. Transmit. Send. Oh yeah, we're still talking about Stanley. Yeah, like it's sad. Like dude's awesome and cool. But dude had like a long, successful, awesome life that we will remember forever. I'm not gonna be sad over his death. I'm gonna celebrate his life. Like, what a dude, man. We wish we could all be a dude like him. Transmit. That does seem like a lot of delta V for an inclination change. Doesn't it? I don't know. It's fine. And then we'll end up in a more, more equatorial orbit. Haven't seen KSB in like a year. Still good. I mean, this is not your normal KSB because it is, of course, heavily modded, but it's all part of the fun. Done. I mean, we've got lots of Delta V because this was mostly just our ascent phase. I thought we were going to have to circularize with the other one, but no, we're good. Okay, so now we should be on the same plane as Minmus, which will make our encounter a lot cleaner and easier to do. You know, in a sense, it would have been easier to do the inclination, or more efficient. Okay, yeah, I'm dumb in a million different ways. Inclination changes are a lot cheaper if you're further away from whatever you're orbiting and things, and we could have done it as part of another maneuver. But we have extra fuel, so I'm going for easy mode here. Okay, give us a home transfer. Wait, what? Buy impulsive home transfer to target. What's the difference here? They changed the name. Interesting. It's probably just a more accurate name. The home transfer is always a buy impulsive or whatever. Startup company with the goal of designing beer for astronauts to drink in space. Would that? It couldn't be fizzy then, could it? Well, I mean, I guess with a correct kind of spout, maybe astronauts could drink fizzy drink, but it seems like a terrible idea. Especially since they're like, it's a lot lower pressure. I don't know how many atmospheres the, you know, the ISS or whatever is set to. Oh, actually, we've got, let me abort node education and stop, because we could AVA as well. So, am I overwriting the solar experiment every time? Yeah, we're missing it. Okay. 14.7 PSI. Is it by impulsive but you have to stage? Oh, maybe. That could be. Use clamps and straws to keep the fluid in. Yeah, I mean, that's what they do now. But if it's a fizzy drink, like, it could just psh everywhere. Quick cool, ISS is set to 101 kPa. But what's standard atmospheric pressure? So how much is that related to atmospheric pressure? ISS is the same pressure as sea level, really. I guess people there are there a lot longer, and they might want to do that. I know one of their ideas in, like, the early missions, Mercury, Gemini, and I think they were still doing this in Apollo 1, which is what led to disaster, is instead of having it pressurized to 1 atmosphere, was it just like 20% atmosphere but pure oxygen? Oh, it's not auto staging. Now the burn time's really long. We have a cool looking little, like, tiny ship now. Yeah, so we missed that. So we're not going to be doing it at the most efficient time, but that's okay. Really, at this point, I don't actually care about the maneuver per se. What all I'm doing is I'm burning prograde, which is what's going on, and I always stop the burn because right now, if we go and zoom in, the planned maneuver smacks us directly into Minmus, which obviously isn't what we're looking for and wouldn't be terribly helpful. Yeah, that is really loud, especially when we're close up. I've also references to the burn to leave and burn to breathe. Oh. Loudest thrusters in space. Remember, we're hearing it from inside the capsule because the sound is transferring through the material. So really what I'm doing is I'm holding effectively prograde here. I don't care about the maneuver. All I'm waiting is for this blue line to crack into purple because we encounter Minmus, and then I'll manually adjust it to come close to Minmus, but not actually smack into it like the maneuver would have done. I know, the maneuver is almost gone. Let me bring down the game volumes for you. I mean, it's still probably on the loud side, but... Kerbal will be deaf, but hey. He was on Minmus. And... whoa. Boom. Okay. So we now have a Minmusian encounter. Ooh, very low already. How come these numbers are changing? I guess rounding errors and things as we're turning. So about 12 kilometers off the surface of Minmus is excellent. You can see we're well equatorial because we made the adjustment before. Love it. We can turn off any effort to maintain our attitude here. And Fallen God Zero can just drift. Be nice if it would tell you to, like, cocoon yourself now, but I mean, that's not... You know, it's just this mod doesn't kill Kerbals if you're out of life support, that I know of. But yeah. Alright, we're going to do a big time warp, so let's go ahead and do a quick save before we do. Always a good idea. And you can go ahead and time warp to here. Okay, stop. We're going to deploy all the science. Transmit. Transmit. Like, I don't know if we're stacking the solar panel stuff. Oh, do we have to start the recycler? Hey, there we go. Electricity's still growing as well. Awesome. Can your quill speak again? I know, that is super goddamn loud. Okay, you can go back to warping. And transmit. And warp some more. And grab and transmit. So we're getting plenty of science because we're bringing new experiments on. And these are experiments with, like, for every biome. It's like, oh, well, we can return this and that and everything. And that, I mean, it is good. It's a little tedious here. But man, oh man, is it high value. There we go. So it's 3 days to get there. Okay, so yeah, we're plenty fine with her 15 days. Plenty fine. What happened to the encounter? So those numbers kept jiggling before, and I couldn't figure out why. And apparently they were actually doing something. Guys. Kerbal opened beer, screwed up the encounter. See, this is why you don't bring beer into space. Okay, well, there's a reason we quick save. Yeah, just bring vodka. Vodka, whiskey. You don't need to bring beer. I don't think we're missing up and down. Like, we're clearly not burning. We have an encounter. It's going to warp to here. Oh, I just did the material study. Oh well. Actually, that's bad, but dang. Mods seem to have mostly carried over just fine. Oh, look! We lost the encounter right there. Okay, we do have more time to correct it now. That doesn't make any sense. Also, I don't quite understand why the encounter window is so minuscule. It's not the moon, because we're not seeing the moon encounter. It's a good thing we have extra Delta V. Now, admittedly, Minmus is always a little hard to hit, because it's a very small body, or it's not a very gravitationally significant body. So its sphere of influence is smaller, but I've never seen that happen. But I was also weirded out by the fact that, like, our encounter with Minmus, like, as soon as we hit it, we were also, like, almost about to smack into it. So we have to redo all this again. It's a little annoying, although again, something free science is nice. Okay, we still have an encounter. Our line's still purple. Okay, we're locked in now. There was something before, but even, I don't know if you, like, when I focused on it and I checked that our periapsis was going to be something like 12,000, I was like, but it was moving a little, and I was like, that's weird, but, you know, floating point errors and things like that adjusting. But it was related to that. See, this is much more what I expected. Our periapsis is like 1,000,000 miles away. I mean, somewhat literally. Give me that number, please. I'm gonna get, oops, very close. Okay, let's do that. Still a fairly aggressive burn. Something's going weird. If everything would have gone correctly, our first burn would have ended up being like this, but... And it looked like it was going to be. It said we were going to be 12k off Minmus, and then suddenly we lost our encounter completely. Oh, it's loud again. All right. Good enough. Okay. I'm going to do a hard save just in case something unbelievably weird happens, and I'm starting to feel like that might be the sort of thing that occurs here. Please warp me to here for now. Good news, everyone! We still have an encounter. Deploy all. Transmit. Okay, and yeah, we can manually go through here. It'll auto de-warp us down to times 50 when we cross. Actually, it went to times... Oh, normally it's times 50, but it went to times 1 because we've got science to collect. So, I will do all except the EVA to start off with. Let that send, then I'll EVA. In the wise words of Quill 18 for space travel. Good enough! How long do people normally spend on Universal Paperclip? I started recently and put 10 hours in. I'm hooked. There's like a New Game Plus kind of mode for Universal Paperclip, and I've gone through a few cycles of that. Yeah, so I was gonna say there's no experiments in there because we kept transmitting it, so we can reboard. Oh, there we go. Deploy all, transmit, and once that's done, I can actually. Oh, that happened fast. Oh no, it's sending some more because I can say I can transmit data. Yeah, transmit all. Oh, I shouldn't have done the space one or the material one because we won't get the same value. When I EV8, I should have collected it. God, I'm effing everything up with this material bar. We weren't supposed to use it until we landed. Thing is, we've got a probe core on here, and the optimal thing to do would have been to send a scientist instead of a pilot, but I personally always require that we use a pilot just because it's cheesy otherwise. Like, I'm okay with using a probe core to, like, supplement the pilot's abilities, but yeah. Okay, so here what we want to do is we're just going to do a radial minus here, just to nudge ourselves to the left from this point of view, so we're in a lower orbit. This should take very, very little burn to have a very substantial change. We want to bring this quite low, because it'll make everything else we do a lot cheaper. I'm going to call that quite low. I blame Geometric Giraffe. I could have sent 2 Kerbals. There probably would have been enough habitat space, but I couldn't remember how long it took to get at Minmus. So I was like, just one. We'll save the habitat space. It's going to be okay. But we can probably do another mission to Minmus, because we'll maybe want to land in different biomes, for example. And on that one, I'll feel very confident sending 2 people. So I'm just going to warp to here. And when we get there, we'll go into orbital retrograde. Did I? Yeah, I did. Warp to here. What are you doing on Minmus? We're collecting rocks and stuff. Oh, science. That's why I keep stopping our time warp. How come I keep getting these radio... Oh, high over different biomes. Oh, this is, I think, the only science experiment where you can collect science high over a biome. That's why it's so spammy. Because normally it's only when you're in low orbit over biomes that some things have different experiments. Huh. It's okay. Lots of science. It's easier to train a scientist to be a pilot than the other way around. I don't know. In real life, yeah, I don't know. Probably easier to train a pilot to do the experiments. Right? Because you don't... It's not necessarily... hardcore scientist work that you're necessarily doing actively while in space. Anyone who's qualified to be an astronaut is qualified enough to follow the sort of like complex steps and precise steps to run experiments, most likely. It's just a question of like crew capacity. Like, can you actually afford to have your one Kerbal do all the things? I'm on the dark side. I'm a little concerned about electric charge here. Yeah. Because these engines... Okay, we'll EVA now. That's fine. I just won't transmit it right now. Because these little engines don't have... Starts with A. Alternators. Don't have alternators in them. Okay, so we're going to hit periapsis in 1:42. We've got retrograde listed. That's great. Just go ahead and quick save again. We'll warp to a little closer, and then we'll just burn retrograde. And by that, I mean, of course, we're going to actually... I'm just going to collect experiments for now. I'm not going to transmit. Okay. And EVA some more. Different landscapes constantly. What is this? Great Flats. Excellent. If we could land in the Great Flats, that would be great. Oh my god! I'm like, why can't I control anything? Because I'm outside. Okay! Did I time warp with him out there? That sounds like the sort of thing I would have done. Okay, let's go for burn. I got really confused. I thought, did we run out of power? Did we lose a signal? Something horrible going on? No, we're okay. And close the buckle. All right. And yeah, once these two start to flip, that's pretty circular. All right, we're in a pretty low orbit, which is great. We're just going to choose where we want to land. And ideally, I'd like to land on the sunny side, because then we've got solar power. Imagine we lost all our Kerbals again, yeah. Because we don't have power now. I'm actually burning charge right this second. As soon as it goes negative, that's because we'll be on the sunny side. And what I want to, there we go. I want to do now is I want to transmit my experiments. Require complete. Allow partial is fine. Just gotta let the power charge up a bit before we try again. But the ice cream's all melty on the sunny side. Oh my god, you're absolutely right. I'm gonna preemptively deploy the landing gear so I don't forget to do it later. Like a derp. Not that I would ever do something like that. How's our power? Okay. Let's just fast forward a scooch. Because I would like to go and transmit the science beforehand. Plus, if we landed here, it might still be shady. There we go. EVA. EVA. Grab. Board. Transmit, transmit, transmit. We'll run out. Yeah, we'll probably have to do the transmit partial. Okay. So yeah, what I would like to do is land in here. Nice, super flat. So somewhere right around here, I'm going to want to do a negative burn. Cancel this. We can just say something like quick save. Warp to here. And by negative burn, I mean burn retrograde. There we go. Now we got a full electric charge too, because we time warped enough. So I can actually go and transmit what was missing. Oh wait, hold on. Stop. Did we never actually go... Hold on a sec. Is it possible we never actually sent out the material base shit? And I actually can go and save this? Did I not tell you to stop? No, no, stop, stop, stop. I was afraid I was going to smash into the solar panel here. Well, I did, but... no, I think I did grab it, huh? Collect data. Perfect. Okay, and then close doors. So you're inoperable, but I didn't want to transmit it because we don't get the full value from transmitting. Okay. Grab. Board. Okay, anything else you had to transmit? There you go. Now we don't get that pop-up anymore. Oh my god, we still don't have the electric charge to do the full thing. I will have to go and tell you to allow partial. Okay. But we're going to start our landing procedures here. So what we want to do is we want to kill horizontal velocity. Right now, that's just a retrograde burn, but as we lose more of our horizontal velocity and we start to drop, the meaning of retrograde changes quite a bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to want to do all our things relative to the surface. And you can see here, our orbit speed is very low because the gravity's low. So we want to kill... we want to kill our horizontal velocity, which basically just means we hold retrograde at the horizon. Just easier to eyeball it like this. Actually, let's EVA real quick before we do all this. EVA, grab, board. Okay. And go for burn, horizontal velocity. And we're going to want to drop this to 0. Now, at some point, it will start to climb again. Surface info. Hide you. As we start to drop. And there is, like, efficiencies where, like, killing all your horizontal speed here doesn't necessarily make all the sense in the world. It does make the landing a lot easier, though. Surface horizontal speed. There. Oh, we overkilled it slightly, but that's fine. Makes the landing a lot easier if you kill all your horizontal speed first. Not as efficient, but we have lots of delta V. And it's not that much more inefficient. So now all we're going to want to do is go retrograde, surface retrograde, to be ready to slow our landing down. At the last moment, we probably, instead of want to be retrograde, we want to go up. Because the problem is always, if you're pointing retrograde and somehow you burn too long, so instead of dropping, you start going up, then all of a sudden your ship who wants to keep retrograde is going to do a flip. And that's really bad when that happens right before you're landing. So before you land, you want to turn off retrograde. If you're using smartass with MechJeb, then you'll just want to set it to up. But if you're not, it's okay. Just switch to SAS and use regular stability SAS. For now, we can start dropping. Do keep in mind, this altitude here is not your altitude above ground. By default in Kerbal, you can't get the altitude above ground here. If you go inside, then you can. This is a different cockpit. Surface radar, right here. Surface altitude. You have to be within 3K for it to start registering, but that's your height above the actual ground. Or if you've got MechJeb or something else, then you can get your altitude above sea level right over here. And here's your true altitude right over there. Now, because we are landing in this thing, this is effectively the sea level. This is the ocean of Minmus. So the numbers will actually sort of match 1-to-1, so it should be okay. I do have enough for biome hopping. I don't know if we will for this first one, though. I think we're going to play it a little more carefully. So I'm 7 kilometers up. Of course, my vertical speed, all my surface speed is basically vertical speed here, is increasing as gravity pulls us down, but not by much. As we get closer here, I might want to start considering cancel some of this out. I mean, ideally what you do is you do all your burn right at the last possible minute. And you time it so that you hit 0 vertical speed the second before you, or, you know, the second that you hit the ground. That's the perfect suicide burn. However, that's quite hard to pull off. Okay, we're within 1 kilometer. So we got about 20-30 seconds to land. Okay, about 20 seconds still. Because if you look at your altitude and your velocity, that's your time to landing, right? The other advantage to landing on the sunny side is you can see your shadow. And that can make it a lot easier to figure out what's going on. I'm going to lock to up, in case my retrograde marker goes sideways. We do have a little bit of sideways drift, which is why the retrograde's not directly below us here. And that can be strangely much more dangerous on Minmus than on other planets. Because the gravity's so low, a little bit of sideways drift can really cause you to skid a lot more than you might expect. And landed. A little bit of bouncy bounce. We'll just turn off smartass completely so it doesn't have to fight. We might be a little heavy for our landing gear here. We could have made it be stiff. But it looks like we're okay. We can go ahead and just time warp a little, and what it'll do, it'll kill a lot of the physics for us. Whew, what a beautiful landing. I don't think I've ever landed a ship quite this tall, and it looks particularly wonky with all the bits sticking out as well. Usually I like to build them short and wide so that they're really easy and stable, but this will work too. So we've got lots of electric charge. We've got, you know, time to kill. Everything's good. I'm going to transmit what we had already. There we go. And again, even if we don't make it back, we should hopefully be okay. I guess it's transmitting the stuff I'm grabbing from there too. I guess we are going to transmit the material science. Oh well, that's okay. Not enough electric charge. That's okay. We can time warp a little. The science gets transmitted in real time, whereas the electric gain does get calculated based on game time. So you can get rid of some of those annoying warnings if you do that. I'm just gonna deploy all except EVA. Transmit, 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 transmit. So yeah, we'll just time warp just to try to keep like the electric charge warning from happening. It's not a way to cheat. It's just a way to be slightly more convenient and less annoying. No point spending on lights you aren't using. Hey, how come? No, my lights are on. Look, they're on. Now they're off. Oh my god! It was toggled to on, but you couldn't see them? What? Probably after I reloaded from a quick save. it remembered that my lights were toggled on in the UI, but not the... oh, that's terrible. You guys. Oh, my God. Let's restart the whole mission. All right. I'm going to EVA. I'll EVA report from here. I can't surface sample from here. It's not going to... It is? Oh. Sneak a taste of the surface sample. Nope. It's definitely not made of delicious dessert products. Technically allowed me to do that. Okay. That's weird, but sure. I'm just going to reborn to park those experiments. And review stored data. So I don't want to send this. I want to keep this. This EVA report can definitely be transmitted, though. All right, let's EVA again. And we are going to... This is a little tricky. So I can't turn on the RCS now. I've got to let go, turn on the RCS, and then activate the jetpack before it starts to ragdoll me. All right. Woo! I am not facing the correct way. Oof. I'm very lucky it didn't kill me. We're going to keep tumbling for a little while here. There we go. Is there something I have to do? There we go. Is it forward and back that fixes the camera? No. So normally if I turn the camera this way, and then I hit a button, the Kerbal... Oh, the spacebar is fixing it. That's different. So the spacebar resets my view to match. Oh, hold on. With SAS on? Nope, that doesn't do it either. Just tap spacebar and then it rotates you. I don't remember you having to do that before. Need safety light on the spacesuit. We do. Well, we have a headlight. Look at that. All right. Fallen Gods aeronates to plant a flag. What are we going to say, you guys? Boom. Thump. Dee-dee! It's the Petra. How's this planet so flat with so little gravity? That's a good point. Well, I mean, I think this is frozen water. This is not ground here. This is their frozen ocean. So it was liquid from the sun and then just settled that way. That's fair. Rip giraffe, for giraffe, unsafe landing spot. Ground sample eyes is actually tasty. We're gonna call our space station after giraffe. Tell you what, we'll go ahead. We'll go with the Rip Stanley. Some people want that. And the ground sample lies. It's actually tasty, and something's responding to my key presses, which seems kind of dangerous as I type here. Okay. Dee wee. Okay, trying to walk on Minmus is actually a terrible idea. So spacebar. Yeah, it used to. Maybe there's an option still. I think spacebar also used to act as a jump. Like, as a vertical movement. Instead of just the reset, but I might be wrong. Oh, I'm stuck ragdoll. Oh, no! Ah! Oh! Why does it do that? You can actually die doing this shit. It just, at some point, the character is like, oh, I'm in ragdoll mode now, and it ignores any other inputs. Alright, grab. And, board. I think we've done it all. Review data. All we've got is stuff that can't be transmitted for money. Or can't be transmitted for real points. I think we can leave. This guy's gonna get concussed. Yeah, maybe your keybinds are messed through the update. It's possible. It's still fine, though. Okay, let's go. We've got enough Delta V. We could hop to another biome. The other thing I could do is I could EVA and go over there and just take another ground sample for some extra science. You know what? That EVA went fine. We didn't die at all. Let's get another sample over here. There's also another good way to die, as you build up so much speed. But you come in for a bad landing. I won't plant another flag though. That would be cheap. Fallen God Zero doesn't get to plant 2 flags for 1 landing. Whee! I can't remember. I don't think you can go orbital with just the jetpack on Minmus, but I think you can get damn close. Almost time to end the stream. Let's do dangerous things. 1 flag per mission. Yep. Oh. You're getting a collision warning. Up! Up! There you go. Excellent. Whew. How's our jetpack? Oh, we got tons of EVA propellant. This is fine. You got this, Fallen God. Try not to fall. If I recall correctly, you can achieve orbit. Oh, we still have to go forward, though. We got a little bit of a texture seam over here. That seems to happen to me a lot in all kinds of different games. I think it's something with my video card. I feel bad when it shows up in games I'm doing a Let's Play for, like especially a Let's Try, and it's showing up. I'm like, I'm pretty sure this is just me and something in my settings. I don't want to like show a bad product or like show something that isn't necessarily a true thing in a product. I'm not saying that about Kerbal. Kerbal's got tons of graphic issues, but I notice it in a bunch of games I do. I'm like, wait, why is there... Yeah. Okay. And break, 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 break without trying to break our bones. Okay, we may need a little more height so that we don't smack into this quite yet. As I keep trying to apply the brakes. Oh, that surface speed, man. Lag, okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Down, down, down. All right, we should be all right. Gentle. Gentle. Okay, we're now going straight down. We're gonna land rougher than our spaceship did. Just watch. Oop. That's not too bad. You don't want to ragdoll down a hill. We can get an EVA report and a surface report over here. Nice. Grab, grab, take off, and go all the way back. Now, if you're really risky, quick save, I'm going to go ahead and physics warp over here to speed things up. This is very tricky, though. But we're now moving at 4 times normal speed. Wow, that's 3 kilometers away. It would have been a little closer if I had gone right there, but... Up, up, up. And your prograde marker, you can see if you're going down or not. Okay, slam onto the brakes. Brake, 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 brake. Try not to break anything other than our velocity. Okay, kill the time warp. Good. Pull up, pull up, pull up. Nice little bit of lag. Got glowing lights to guide us home. Yeah, even in space, you get like skid sounds. And grab and board. All right, let's go home. Stream should be over in 4 minutes, but let's go until we're home. I forgot that we were good. Okay, we're now going upwards, and then what we want to do is we really want to burn eastwards here. Point straight up for a second. There we go. Now, go straight eastward, wherever that might be. And there we go. So we can enter orbit. Alright, Apoaps is at 12K already. It's not bad. And you can just circularize, create and execute. Easy peasy. Getting into orbit here is really easy. Escaping this is really easy because it's got no gravity. We're going to have tons of delta V left to spare, probably. Yeah, we could probably retract all the antennas. The thing is, there might be some more experiments that hit on the way home, so I'll leave them out for now. I don't think they're physics enabled. They might be like aerodynamically enabled, so they can get ripped off in the air, but I don't think they're physics enabled in terms of like weight distribution issues and whatnot. Or tractor landing gear. Just cause, but the rest of it, we'll leave them all out there. There we go. Circularize. And gorgeous. Okay, we're now in orbit around Minmus again. We got 500 delta V. Yeah, that's tons of delta V. So sort of standard thing, we are going to basically try to burn prograde-ish relative to Earth, which I'll just eyeball for this. It's going to be fine. You're going to be going orbital prograde here. You're going to burn to about here. Just eyeball. It's just space travel. It's fine. Oh. Deploy all. EVA report. Grab. Board. Can't even see the ship anymore. Transmit. Keep. Transmit. Keep. Okay. Good enough. Oh, EVA report some more. Hooray! Boom. Boom. Grab. Board. Nice. Transmit. Keep. Transmit. Keep. Transmit. Did I interrupt it last time or something? I might have. Are we in position? Yeah, we're basically in position. All right, go ahead and burn prograde. Good enough for government work. There we go. And depart. And you can see this is bringing down the Perry. Okay. We'll call that good enough, because it'll just be easier to do it with some more precision when we're out of here. I think we should be fine on Delta V. Oh, I was out of signal last time. That's why it didn't transmit. Oh, I see. Okay. Thank you. Bum, 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 bum. Look, it's home, you guys! Alright, we'll cross through here. And I know we're not exactly at the apoapsis, but still. Come on. Cross through. Alright, there we go. So retrograde relative to Kerbin. We're pretty high up. So we'll be lowering this point instead of that point, but it's pretty damn similar. And go for burn, bringing down the periapsis. Hopefully we're good. Hopefully we're good. Right? We got this, right? We're not going to be stranding in space. Ooh. We could have done some interesting things with the moon there. Too bad I didn't have a quick save before this. Oh well. I mean, we could actually use the moon to do some pretty funky stuff. Plus, there's a possibility that we can get some extra science there. I don't know. No, we'll just... it's fine. Wow. Oh shit. Okay. It turns out, because of where the moon is, what is the quick save? 16? Because of where the moon is, we actually can't do a normal deburn because the moon's in the way the whole time. So we actually are gonna have to do the moon flyby. Because it was blocking us from doing it direct. It's so funny. Oh, geometric draft. Thanks for the bits. All right. So. Nice lunar flyby. Oh, okay. This is as much as we can get here, unfortunately. That's the problem. We might be able to adjust a little. If we do a wee bit of, say, radial, either plus or minus, we can change the angle at which we fly by the moon. Nope, the other way around. This is going to use very little delta V, though. We'll have to double check that we don't accidentally smack into the moon. There we go. So we're doing the tiniest little radial burn. Okay, that seems to be the extent of that. Bring it down. I'm back to retrograde here, relative to Kerbin. It's really weird, because we're... Oh, now it's going back up. I think I'll keep doing a little bit of adjustments like this. A little radial, a little retrograde. Nope, that goes up. Oh, there we go. Now, we're just going to verify. If I click on the moon and focus on you, we're not actually going to hit you, right? No, okay. So we'll be able to do an adjustment in the moon's flyby here to bring that down a little bit more. Just walk it in. And yeah, this purple orbit is the orbit after the encounter with the moon. So, the blue is where we're on. We'll encounter the moon. We'll fly by the moon. And then because the moon's going to shift our position, we're going to end up in this purple. So it's a little bit more complicated than it should have been, but we're okay. All right, we will quick save. We're going to warp to here. Chugga, 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 chugga. Oh, it's a little weird because we're facing the moon. So in about 3 days, we'll encounter the moon. Oh, homesickness. Homesickness. So it did happen. Yeah. Habitat/home, which I think we're on the same timer. So they're refusing to do anything, but that's okay. We've got the probe core now. So it's okay. All right. So now what we're going to do, at the periapsis of our moon's flyby, because this is where we'll have the greatest impact. I don't know what burn it is. No, you're supposed to stay open. Stay open. Thank you. I can hardly read you, but okay. So if I do a little retrograde, what happens? That goes up. If I go do some prograde, that'll go down. There might be a more efficient way, but... Oh, there we go. Good, we'll bring it to about 25K. Excellent, wonderful. Okay, so a slight adjustment here as we're doing the moon flyby is going to be more than enough to set our periapsis with Kerbin where we want it. Lovely. Quick save again. We've got a little delta V. We could burn off a little bit more of our orbital velocity here by doing our retrograde radial trick. There wouldn't be much of it, but I suppose it's worth it. Looks like Fallen God Zero picked the wrong day to stop sniffing moon dust. Could have had a whole Elder Scrolls thing with moon sugar. Find me retrograde. Okay, and there's the radial. So what I want to do is I want to turn this off, although I do want SAS mode for a little bit of stability. I'm going to go part way between radial and retrograde here. And my goal is to keep our periapsis around here, but kill some of our orbital velocity. So by mostly burning retrograde, but a little bit radial, which helps us shove the periapsis back up because we're twisting our orbit. You can find a sweet spot between the two. It does shift over time, though. Okay, and we're out of fuel, which is fine. Is that my out of fuel warning? I hope that's all it is. If there's something else, we might be kind of boned. God, that looks gorgeous, doesn't it? Just lovely. All right, we have solar panels on the bottom part, or on the part that's going to re-enter. So I think we can just ditch all this now. There shouldn't be any science left in any of this. Let me double check. No. Oh, yeah, there was some here. That's what I thought. And you can be transmitted. It's Whiskey! Whoa, Emo Dingo, thank you very much! Watch your videos for... Hold on, I'm going to bring it up on the other screen so I can read it more properly here. Review data. Yeah, I was pretty sure there was a round of this that got screwed up and never got transmitted the way I would have wanted. Okay. I've watched your videos for years. This is the first live stream I've ever caught. Hey, well, welcome. These are a lot of fun. I spend most of my time in remote places with little to no internet. Jeez! But I can't tell you how many slow evenings your videos have made better. Thanks for being you. Well, thank you very much, Emo Dingo. That is really sweet. Yeah, let's toggle the safety lights because they don't survive through a quick save apparently. Whew. Hope he doesn't skip off the atmosphere. That's not going to be an issue. All right, quick save. We'll go ahead and we'll time warp a little bit more. To we're a little closer, just to say, but that's fine. All right, let's ditch that stage. All right, these solar panels are going to burn off once we re-enter, but that's okay. You're going to be going surface retrograde, so we point our butt into the wind. And there we go. We've got our fly is going to re-enter here. Let's leave it at times 50. Oh, science. We can EVA. Sure. Just do it real quick before you re-enter. We've EVA'd on re-entry before. Rip geometric giraffe. I do love the wings. It's like no man, this is this is our testing our single stage to orbit design. That's totally what's going to happen here. So there's our wings going to burn off. Hopefully, when they do, they don't explode and take anything else with them. Hey, there's our other stage. Ready? And... oh, that's the bottom stage goes boom. Okay, boom number 1. Boom number 2. All right, we're still fine. Everything's okay. Power's good. Power's more than good. Excellent. My hot butt. Wee-ha! So the fact that we ran out of habitation before we got home makes me think if we had 2 Kerbals, there's a chance, I don't think so because of various other speeds and things, but there's a chance our Kerbals would have arrived at Minmus, like in a we don't want to work state, which would have been pretty poor for us. Those panels cannot be retracted again. There's a higher tech solar panel that can be. This looks like a sad rocket. He looks like an emo dingo. Dingoes ate my Kerbal. Oh, he does. Isn't it? Oh, he's so sad because he's on fire and he doesn't have any safety lights. It looks like a cannonball drinking a soda to me. Interesting. Or, I mean, this way, like, well, it's still got sad eyes. It could be the nose, and then a mouth over here. Fallen God Zero Kerbin has returned to duty. Because it's not so far from home anymore? Or because, no, this counts as being home. Okay. So it gets homesick. I wonder if the scouts are the ones that don't have the home timer problem the same way. If only we had a scout still alive. Geometric draft. But we don't, so we'll never know. Looks like a mole. Yeah. Yeah, it kind of looks like it could be a Pokemon, you know? Ooh, we can EVA report. Okay, let's crew report. Let's temperature scan. Oh, we can't EVA anymore. I guess there was some sort of landscape. Oh, these mountains. Oh. Quick save. Time warp a little bit. And we will deploy, though, because I think this is still fairly mountainous. Oh, not that much. Our true altitude's not that bad. All right, this should be okay. Says he's starving. Supplies 14 days. Oh, yeah, we ejected the supplies. So there's no more food. So Fallen God Zero would have gotten quite hungry. Because just before landing, like, that was on our bottom stage still. So he's got 14 days before he'd, like, completely starve to death. He's starving. He's, you know, Fallen God's been without snacks for, like, 45 minutes. And he's like, or she, I think, actually. Fallen God Zero's a tourist? That doesn't sound right. Oh, you're a tourist because you refuse to work. Right. Okay. Yeah, it's been 45 minutes, no snack. It's like, but I need some candy. And we have landed. We can take an atmospheric pressure scan. That's great. Recover the vessel. Hey, don't underestimate the hangriness. Yeah, so she's not... I think she was an actual pilot. But yeah, going into the I have no whatever life support state, she goes and becomes a tourist where she refuses to do anything. How many sciences? That's the one thing is I don't know how it'll report it because I don't think it's going to report all the science we transmitted. But we had spent oh my god. I think we were at 126 science or something like that before we left. We are now at 1,757 science. And Fallen God Zero is leveled up to a level 2 pilot. Oh my god. So we have, and we get some ranks over here. Awarded for getting 1,500 or more science points, planting a flag on Minmus, being the first Kerbal to take footsteps on Minmus, awarded for landing in a gravity field of less than 10% of Kerbin. First Kerbal landing on Minmus. Wait, did that happen twice? Oh, EVA versus landing. Orbital EVAs. Yeah, lots of those. Awesome. I mean, still though, I mean, it's Geometric Giraffe that should get the award for the high atmosphere EVA. I mean, that's pretty spectacular, but it's hard to pin the medal of this on the chest of someone who's disintegrated. Hey, Geometric. Again, thank you, Quill. You've made my day. Accidental death is the best Kerbal death. Much love for introducing me to Extra Life for Kids. Much love for all you do and your commitment and love for the community. This is the rest of my Kerbal estate, which he left to you in his clearly not forged will. Oh, thank you very much, Giraffe. Oh, thank you for supporting that great charity and giving me an opportunity to murder a Kerbal as well. Even though this wasn't murder, because it wasn't intentional. So it's, second-degree manslaughter or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, we have tons of science now for giant rocket power, which is going to be great. All the space construction stuff we can start to unlock, all that cool mod. We can also get cool, flight engines. But I think most valuably is going to be, big landing gear, big rover wheels, perhaps. Then you get, there's more crew cabins for building some things, including radial impeller. Oh, is this for is this for being in the water? I don't know. Intake liquid. I mean, impeller, this is for making a submarine. Yeah, all these yellow kits, this is from one of the mods, that includes, a ready-made submarine parts. But yeah, we should definitely use the ocean bathymetry or whatever. USI Otter is a submarine, nice. But yeah, there's tons more experiments to unlock. And then, yeah, lots of life support stuff. Some hydroponics. Nom-O-Matic offers the latest in automated gardening and food generation. Simply toss in mulch, not included, and harvest bland but mildly nutritious noms. See, we're getting ready. More importantly, where is the crew science module? I know we weren't far. Oh, it's right here. The mobile processing lab. So we'll unlock this now. This is really what we needed to properly build our first starbase, space station. And yeah, we'll probably combo with some hydroponics, for example. Ooh, bigger Nom-O-Matic. Yeah, and then of course we'll need the big ass freaking rockets to try to lift this stuff into space and things like that. I mean, we'll save the science. I'm not going to spend all of it instantly, but it is time to start working on our space base next time. Folks, thank you very much for watching. Look at it, we're slightly in the ocean here. It's oh no, we're getting flooded out. Global warming is real, people. Thank you very much for watching. Next live stream should be on Wednesday, where I think we keep playing some Age of Wonders. And after that, Saturday, I don't know. Saturday, we finish Factorio. We can still pirate some more. And then we'll see what else we throw in there. Next Monday, as far as I know, should be open, so there should be more Kerbal in a week from now. Other than that, lots of videos hitting the UbTubs. Thank you very much for watching. Thanks to everyone who followed and subscribed and donated bits or to the Whiskey and Chocolate Fund. Thank you so much. Again, shout out to everyone who was at the Extra Life Charity Fundraiser. Lots of shout out to Geometric Giraffe, who, yes, we will also... the space station will be the Geometric Giraffe Memorial Space Station. Again, we'll probably shorten it a little, but that's going to be in there. So see you next time, folks. Bye-bye.